Matteo closed $52,000 in 1 week, Xavier $14,000 in 2 weeks, and Adam $60,000 in 3 months. Collectively, they closed $138,000 in just 3 months. They all have one thing in common. They use clear LinkedIn strategies to close deals. For that, they obviously use LinkedIn, but they also use a sales CRM that integrates with LinkedIn to manage the B2B relationships. In this video, I will show you what CRM and LinkedIn strategies they use to achieve such amazing numbers so rapidly. By the way, guys, my name is Arnaud Belinga. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Breakcold, a sales CRM for agencies. Most of my customers are making between $5,000 per month up to a couple of $1 million per year. I teach you guys how to generate leads and how to close deals, so like and subscribe to that YouTube channel for more content like this. LinkedIn strategy number 1, follow up leads like a madman. The number 1 mistake people do is that they don't work enough on the existing leads. You know, like once a lead has manifested interest for your product or service, you should be relentless to nurture the relationship until you close the deal or get a hot stop. But when it comes to LinkedIn, let's be honest guys, the LinkedIn inbox sucks. It's poorly designed, you have a lot of junk with cold emails from annoying recruiters, you can focus on your leads, etc. That's basically why you need to upgrade your inbox system to a better software with Breakcold Sales CRM. Shameless plug here, I own this software, so go try it at breakcold.com 14-day free trial. With that being said, let me show you the best way to follow up on LinkedIn. Alright guys, welcome to Breakcold Sales CRM. So the problem with the LinkedIn inbox is that it's very difficult to create some task and to essentially be reminded when you need to follow up. So inside Breakcold, we have this unified LinkedIn inbox where not only you can see all the conversations you had with your past leads, you can also, by clicking on this little button on the top right, just focus on your leads. So in LinkedIn, you have all your different LinkedIn conversations. But by clicking on this button, I can say, okay, I just want to focus on my leads, and that's it. So that is the first step. It's very helpful, essentially, to focus on your leads and really not being lost in the fluff that you have on the LinkedIn inbox. And step 2, if you want to create a very strong follow-up process, what you need to do is that you go to your lead with who you have a conversation, and then you're going to click on this button here, task. And I'm going to say, okay, the task is to follow up Xavier. I'm going to assign it to my team member, but I could have assigned it to myself. And I'm saying, okay, next week we need to follow up Xavier and to make sure that he attend the call. So I'm going to click on add reminder. And then what I can do is I go to tasks, and then I see all the reminders that I have. And you see there's a little link button here. If I click on it, I will be taken back to the LinkedIn conversation, and straight away I can do my follow-up and super rapidly. So that's pretty much about it for this first workflow. All right, another way in how you can do LinkedIn follow-ups in an organized way is to use the sales pipeline and directly be jumped to the last LinkedIn conversation with that lead. So you can see here that I have Xavier here who is at the discovery call stage, and you can see that the next stage in the pipeline is to follow up to avoid no-shows, and then you have the no-show stage if the person eventually do a no-show at the discovery call. So what you're going to do is that I'm going to click on Xavier here. And you have lots of information, but just focus on what you see on the right, which is the last conversation we had with Xavier, which is automatically synced inside Breakcold Sales CRM. And if I click on this conversation directly, I will be taken back to the conversation. Then I can do my follow-up, for example, by using a template straight away, so I don't have to think too much. And once I've done my follow-up, I'm going to click here, which is a part where I can manage my sales pipeline stages, and I can say, okay, now my follow-up is done. I can now move Xavier to follow up to avoid no-show. And that's it. It's super easy, super rapidly to do it. And now if I go back to the pipeline, you can see that Xavier is now in the next sales pipeline stage. So that's pretty much how it works. By doing this LinkedIn follow-up strategy, you will be super productive, and you can work as a team by tagging team members between LinkedIn messages and assigning them tasks to move the needle faster. All right, Now let's talk about the second LinkedIn strategy. Between two agencies who have the same pricing and similar good results with past clients, who do you think will win the deal? The one who is the most likable in the eyes of the customer. So what should you do? 1. Become a living ad to stay top of mind. 2. Bond with warm prospects in a way that goes beyond basic follow-up emails and asking for new calls like a robot. So let me show you how to do this. Alright, so we're now back inside Breakcold Sales CRM, and I'm going to show you how you can stay top of mind to close deals faster. So inside Breakcold, we have this section that we call engagements. Basically, it's a section that aggregates all the LinkedIn posts of your prospects inside one place for you to create custom feeds so that you won't have lots of junk like the regular LinkedIn feed, and you can just focus on your leads to like and comment the posts. And so the strategy is super simple. It's like 20 minutes a day. You're going to go to the feed and just engage like you would do on Instagram with friends, with your leads, to basically stay top of mind and become the most likable service provider so that you will win the deal if you obviously you have a good offer and stuff. And so the good thing about this feed is that not only it aggregates all the LinkedIn posts of your prospect, you can filter the feed depending on where your leads are in your sales pipeline. So for example, if you want to focus on just the leads who are at the warm sales pipeline stage, I can say, okay, I just want to see my leads in the warm sales pipeline stage. You can say, okay, I just want to focus on my customers in my customers list. So I'm going to click on customers, and then I have just the people who are my customers in the feed. So there's kind of a double filter to it. And so depending on if you have a team or not, it's very helpful because you can say, okay, one team member is in charge of people who are at the discovery call stage. You're going to engage with them so that they have the best experience. And another person is assigned to a later part of the sales customer journey. So that's pretty much when it comes to engaging with the feed. There's actually another good technique when it comes to stay top of mind with your leads. So for example, when you go to the LinkedIn inbox, I'm going to go to Xavier here as well for this example. You have your LinkedIn conversation with the leads. You're about to follow up. But most of the time, the thing is, most people, they will go through and sometimes it's not intentional. Like people get busy and stuff. So what you're going to do is that you're going to go on the upper right and the top right, and you're going to click on this little button here, feed. And the cool thing about that is that you can populate the feed inside the LinkedIn inbox, but also in the email inbox that we have. And so essentially the job is pretty simple, because from there, before sending your follow-up or after you've sent your follow-up, what you can do is just to engage with a LinkedIn post of your prospect, or maybe 2 or 3, so that they will be notified inside LinkedIn. And so you will have a better response rate with your follow-ups or even your first messages when you do that. And you can also use what you see inside the feed to use it as a PS line in your follow-up message. So that's a very cool strategy to stay top of mind every single time that you talk with lead. With the techniques I just showed you, Mehdi aka Sebastian in our Facebook group closed a 10K per month deal after being ghosted. What happened is the following. He sent the contract to his warm prospect. The prospect ghosted him, so he thought the deal was lost, but he really wanted the bag, so he tracked the prospects with Breakcold CRM and liked and commented prospect LinkedIn posts for 4 days straight. From there, the prospect came back to him, apologized, and said the following: I haven't forgot you, sorry I signed the contract later. And the rest is history. Mehdi secured the bag. For the third LinkedIn strategy, I'm gonna give you the exact playbook that Xavier used to close 6 deals in just 2 weeks. The goal here is to turn likers and commenters from a LinkedIn magnet post into customers. This strategy has 9 steps and is one of my favorite because you can also use it on other social media platforms like School, Twitter/X, or Facebook. Alright, so now let's dive into it. Step 1. Clearly identify your ideal customer profile. That way you'll be able to understand the problems that your customers are facing. In Xavier's case, he targets people who want to get more customers with cold emailing, such as startup founders or agency founders. Step 2. Pick one problem and solve it. Here, Xavier decided to talk about cold email deliverability, which is a problem many people struggle with. Step 3. Make a lead magnet that solves the problems of your prospects. A lead magnet is the best way to attract people who truly want to solve the problems right now. Just go to Google Doc and make a 10 to 40 page document that solves the problem. Xavier did just that and made a guide on why it's important to set up DNS records, buy domains for cold outreach, and set up inboxes. Step 4. Record your screen scrolling through the guide and share it on LinkedIn. Making a GIF where you scroll like a madman on your Google Doc is one of the best ways to make a LinkedIn lead magnet post go viral. Step 5. Ask people to leave a comment to get the doc. You can see that Xavier's post got only 36 likes but received about 148 comments asking for the doc. I did a similar thing myself with a lead magnet post about sales pipeline templates, where people had to give their email address in a tally form, and it generated me 399 leads in just 24 hours. That was nuts. Step 6. Send the guide to people who ask for it. They'll need to be first-degree connections so you can DM them. This will allow you to gain new followers and connections in the process. Step 7. Look at the profiles of the people who commented on the post and identify the ones who can be your customers, then ask for a meeting. Step 8. Once you've sent your message, stay on the LinkedIn profile and add the leads to Breakcold CRM with a reminder to follow up in 2 days if they don't reply. Step 9. Follow up 3 times. Each time, add some sort of value in your message. The best way to do that is to track the activity of your leads on LinkedIn by aggregating the LinkedIn posts in the CRM. That way, when you are following up inside Breakcold's unified inbox, you'll be able to see the most recent LinkedIn post of your prospect, to like and comment the post before or after your follow-up to improve your reply rate. You can also use the posts of your prospects to come up with a cool PS line in your follow-up or find information that is linked to your offer. Finally, between each follow-up, you can keep engaging with all the posts they shared on LinkedIn to simply stay top of mind. I call it the passive-aggressive technique because you're kind of like, hey, I still exist, please don't ghost me, please don't ghost me, and people, for some psychological reason, will apologize and simply get back to you. Alright guys, if you do all these steps correctly, you will close tons of deals. By the way, Xavier did this LinkedIn strategy while he was still on the free trial of my software, so technically he got an infinite return on investment here. If you want to do the same, you can sign up at breakcold.com to give it a try, or subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. Thanks, and see you in the next video. Bye.